Hi everyone, my name is Varnith Reddy Dubbaka, and today I'll be presenting my survey topic titled Chatbots and Information Retrieval. Let's start by understanding what chatbots are, how they connect with information retrieval, and why they've become such a big part of modern AI systems. So, first, let's talk about what we mean by information retrieval. Information retrieval is basically the process of finding relevant information from large datasets. For example, how Google searches billions of web pages to show us the best results. Chatbots, on the other hand, are AI systems that can talk to users in natural language, either through text or voice. When we combine these two, chatbots uses the IR methods to find accurate answers quickly, which makes communication faster and easier for users. So instead of typing keywords into a search box, we can simply ask a chatbot a question like, "What are the latest trends in AI?" And it retrieves and summarizes the information for us. Let's move on to the next slide. Why chatbots in IR? Now, why are chatbots important in field of information retrieval? There are four main reasons. Traditional search systems are keyword based and static. They just match words but don't understand context. Chatbots allow conversational and dynamic search, meaning users can ask follow-up questions like they would do to a person. They also provide personalized responses depending on the user's history or preferences. And finally, they are widely used in search engines, customer service, and educational tools, which makes them very practical in real life. So, overall, chatbots make searching for information more natural and user friendly. Now we'll talk about working of chatbots. Here's a simple breakdown of how a chatbot works behind the scenes. It starts with user input. This could be a message or voice command. Then NLP processing takes place, where the chatbot tries to understand the meaning or intent behind the input. Next, information retrieval happens. This is where the system fetches the most relevant information from its database or knowledge base. Finally, response generation produces a proper answer and sends it back to the user. So, in short, it's like user asks, chatbot understands, retrieves, and replies. Four IR techniques used. Now, let's look at the IR techniques that power chatbots. The first is TF-IDF, which measures how important a word is in a document. Next is BM25, a more advanced ranking method used in search engines to find the most relevant documents. Then we have semantic search, which uses embeddings, basically mathematical representations of meaning, to find context-based similarities, and finally re-ranking, which improves the top search results to make sure the best answers appear first. These techniques together help chatbots deliver responses that are accurate, relevant, and meaningful. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, NLP techniques behind the chatbots. But to make chatbots conversational, we also need NLP. Some key NLP techniques include named entity recognition, finds names, places, or organizations in text. Intent detection, understand what the user actually wants to do. Dialogue management, keeps track of the conversation's context so chatbot doesn't lose track. Text generation, creates fluent replies using large language models like GPT or BERT. These natural language processing features make chatbots sound less robotic, more human-like. Okay, coming to the types of chatbots. There are mainly three types of chatbots: rule-based chatbots, retrieval-based chatbots, generative chatbots. Coming to the rule-based chatbots, these work on fixed commands or predefined rules. A good early example is Elisa, one of the first chatbots ever made. Retrieval-based chatbots, these select the best response from a stored database. For example, IBM Watson uses this approach. Generative chatbots, these use AI to create new responses instead of choosing from a list. The best example is ChatGPT. Nowadays, most modern systems use a combination of retrieval and generation for better accuracy. Now, let's talk about applications of chatbots in IR. Chatbots are used in almost every field now. In customer support, they answer FAQs or handle tickets automatically. In healthcare, they help users check symptoms or give medical guidance. In banking, they assist with financial information like balance or transactions. In education, chatbots help students study or explain difficult concepts. Also, a lot of students use these chatbots to do their assignments. And in e-commerce, they recommend products and guide users through purchases. So, across all these fields, chatbots make information access quicker and more interactive. Okay, now we'll talk about challenges in chatbots. Even though chatbots are powerful, they do have some challenges. They can struggle with ambiguous queries where the question isn't clear. It's also hard for them to maintain long conversation context, especially in complex discussions. Other persons include misinformation, privacy issues, and ethical concerns like bias or lack of emotional understanding. These are still active research areas. Developers are working on ways to make chatbots more trustworthy and emotionally aware. So, we'll talk about recent advances. Recently, chatbots have made big progress thanks to new technologies. Some key advances are transformer models, retrieval augmented generation, fine tuning, multimodal chatbots. Let's talk about transformer models like BERT, GPT, and Llama. They understand context and meaning very well. Retrieval augmented generation. This combines the power of IR and text generation to produce factual grounded responses. Fine-tuning allows models to specialize for specific tasks like legal or medical chatbots. Multimodal chatbots, these can now work not just with text but also with images, audio, and even video. So the field is evolving very fast. Now let's discuss about the future of chatbots and AI. Looking into the future, chatbots will become even more advanced. We can expect more human-like understanding and emotional intelligence. Integration of multimodal inputs, that which means they'll understand speech, text, and images together. Personalized assistance. It's like remember past interactions to give consistent, customized answers. And ethical AI development, ensuring fairness and privacy are maintained. Basically, future chatbots will act more like personal digital partners than just information tools. To wrap up everything, chatbots combine information retrieval and AI to create smart and efficient ways to access information. They have made communication more conversational and user friendly. And with modern large language models and techniques like RAG, chatbots continue to improve at an incredible pace. So, in simple words, chatbots are not just search tools anymore. They're evolving into intelligent assistants that understand and respond just like humans. So, talking about the references, the information for this presentation was collected from several trusted sources. Introduction to Information Retrieval by Manning, OpenAI's documentation for ChatGPT models, IBM Watson developer papers, and few recent research papers on conversational IR. This helped me understand how chatbots use both NLP and IR methods to provide better user interaction. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to my presentation. Once again, my name is Varnith Reddy Dubbaka, and if you have any questions, you can reach me out at my mail vdubaka@fau.edu. I'll now be happy to answer any questions or discuss any part of the presentation in more detail. Thank you for everything.